Don't be fooled by the hair that I got. I'm still Roxy from the block. Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Yeah, I know I'm silly. So today we will be talking about my picks for spring, the designer edition. So if you're interested, please keep watching. So as always, before we get started with the video, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Roxanne and this is Roxanne's Retreat. If this is your first time joining me, thank you and welcome. And if you've been here before and you decided to come back, big up your whole self. Big up your whole entire self. Truly, truly appreciate your continued support of my channel. As always, before we get into the fragrances, let's talk about my scent of the day. So today I am wearing Flowerhead from the house of Byredo. So I think I mentioned this fragrance in a video that I said, okay, I have it, I'm gonna use it, but I'm never gonna repurchase it. I'm still there. So yeah, I decided to wear this today. This is like pure white florals, okay? So if you don't like white florals, forget about it. Don't even go near this fragrance because it is there. It opens a little green, and I think there's some angelica in the opening, and of course there's tuberose, jasmine. In the base, there is a little bit of ambergris. So again, this is a white floral fragrance, not for everyone and not everybody. Even the white floral lovers don't all appreciate this fragrance. But yep, this is my scent of the day, and this is Flowerhead from the house of Byredo. Okay, so first fragrance on the list, my designer fragrances for spring. So the first one I have here is from the house of Giorgio Armani, and this is My Way Floral. So this is probably my second favorite flanker of the My Way line, and I like it. It's a very pretty tuberose fragrance. So to me, it's white florals everywhere with like a vanillic musky base. It opens a little green also. And I think maybe a little less green than the original My Way. But needless to say, there is some green in the opening, but just not as much as the others. It's very pretty. You have to love white florals to enjoy this. Gives me about 6 to 7 hours on the skin. Moderate projection, moderate sillage, all that jazz. A very feminine, very girly, very appropriate for many occasions, brunch, church, you know. Don't overspray because you're going to give yourself a headache. These white florals do not play. So, yep, this is the first one on the list, My Way Floral from the house of Giorgio Armani. Okay, so staying with that same house, the Privé line, I am picking Rose Milano, the pretty one, the one with the pretty juice. We'll put up the name, I can't say it. But, you know, so there are two of these, the one with the black cap and this one. The one with the black cap, I think the only difference is that it has a pear note in the opening. So this fragrance is so pretty, and then it leaves such a beautiful kind of sheen on the skin. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. It opens very bright. There's lemon, bergamot in the opening, and I know there's like rose in the middle. And in the base, we have oak moss and some patchouli. The patchouli is basically non-existent to my nose. I don't smell any patchouli in the fragrance or oak moss, as a matter of fact. So if you're afraid of those notes, have no fear because I don't smell it. I don't smell it. It doesn't come out on my skin. What I do appreciate though is the juice. The juice is so pretty. Yeah, this fragrance screams springtime to me. Bright opening, florals, and then like a kind of earthy base. Very appropriate. It's light. It's airy. Yeah, this one you could overspray because it's non-offensive. Just a really easy reach for me. in terms of, ooh, I love looking at this. Sorry, I'm distracted by the juice. Yes, a very easy reach for me in terms of when I don't know what to wear and I'm feeling rosy and I don't want to wear any of my other rose fragrances because I'm sick and tired of wearing them. I pull for this one. A very pretty. I wear it to work a lot. Is it a compliment getter? No, not really. But it's, you live in a very pretty bubble. Gives me about 5 hours on the skin. I would say minimal projection, minimal sillage, but nonetheless, it's a very pretty fragrance for the springtime. And you know, like in Florida, we have a warmer spring. This will be very, very appropriate for springtime. So yep, this is Rose Milano ... from the house of Armani. This is from the Armani Privé line. Okay, next up is a fragrance that is not a stranger to the channel. And the one I speak of is this one right here from the house of Louis Vuitton. And this is Spell on You. Look pon my buckle. Big. I love this fragrance. Is it groundbreaking? No, but it's a very feminine, very classy fragrance to me. It's, you know, purple florals, so you get that, the purple florals in here gives me a really powdery vibe. There's iris, there's violet. Oh my gosh, just flowers all the way around. And I think there's some peach, some kind of fruity thing that I'm smelling in the base. I think it's peach. I enjoy wearing this fragrance. I have to overspray it for it to last the way I want it to last, but I wear it to work a whole lot because it's so non-offensive, so great for the office because it's just really pleasant. Now, people will say, well, why would I spend Louis Vuitton money on just a pleasant fragrance? Well, it's up to you. I know I enjoy this fragrance, this big bottle here, and I have a backup because this one does it for me. It fits my vibe, I think. That is why I'm so in love with this. So this is Spell on You. Gives me about 6 hours on the skin. Over spraying. And I always take a decant because I don't not want to smell like Spell on You when I'm wearing it. I would say minimal sillage, minimal projection. You just live in a very pretty, powdery, feminine, classy bubble. So yep, if that's your vibe, if that's the kind of fragrance you like, try Spell on You from Louis Vuitton. Very pretty. Okay, so the next fragrance I have here is this one from Gucci from the Alchemist line, and this is a Chant for the Nymph. People don't talk about this fragrance. The only person I know that talks about this fragrance or talked about this fragrance is simply Aisha, and that's who influenced me to purchase this. Now, this is a very particular fragrance. You have to, no doubt, in no uncertain terms, enjoy the scent of Frangipani. So Frangipani, listen, if you're an island woman like me, or if you live in a tropical area, you know what Frangipani smells like. I don't even really know how to describe it, but it's like really sweet, and not everybody enjoys that smell. Some people find it really off-putting, and then just add in some tiara flower and a little bit of vanilla, and then this is a Chant for the Nymph. Now again, this is not a very crowd-pleasing fragrance. In my opinion, it's somewhat unique, and I enjoy it. Now, I don't wear this fragrance to work at all because I feel like this might trigger somebody's allergies because it's sweet. It is so sweet, but I love it. So it gives me about 6 hours on the skin. I don't overspray because I'm afraid. So this is 6 hours spraying like somewhat of a normal person, whatever that is. The sillage and projection, it's beastly. It goes. And you know, people around you, they either love it or hate it. I've gotten compliments from this fragrance, and I've also gotten like somebody walking into the room and like, what's that smell? But nonetheless, I love this fragrance. Get your nose on it. It's not a really popular fragrance, and I know why, because it's very particular. That Frangipani is a very, very particular smell. So yep, Chant for the Nymph if you dare, smell it, try it, okay? From the house of Gucci, the Alchemist line. Okay, next up we have this fragrance from the house of Carolina Herrera, and it's a newer one, and this is a Good Girl Blush. Lip on the shoe. Isn't it sexy? Give this fragrance a moment. That's your moment fragrance. Anyways, you guys already know that I am like a sucker for Good Girl Blush, right? Some people don't like it. They say it's basic, but I love it. I love it. It just fits the bill. Really easy reach. Good Girl Blush Elixir is an easy reach also. This one is just deeper, darker, a little bit sweeter. So if you found Good Girl Blush just, you know, a little too light for your liking, try this one. Try this one and see how it does for you. This one does last longer on my skin than the original. I'm not sure why, but it does. Maybe, I don't know if the original has patchouli in the base, but this one does. This is so pretty. There's ylang-ylang, there's vanilla, bergamot, rose, just a really gorgeous fragrance. I don't find it offensive at all. I think it's an easy reach. You could wear this in the most sensitive settings and you will not be shamed. You will not be fragrance shamed. So yep, Good Girl Blush gives me about, Elixir gives me about 6 hours on the skin, moderate sillage, moderate projection, pretty fragrance, just like the shoe. This is a gorgeous shoe, right? Love it. So yep, Good Girl Blush Elixir from the house of Carolina Herrera. Next up from the house of Viktor and Roth, I have this in my hand, and this is Flower Balm Ruby Orchid. Very pretty fragrance. I like the bottle. I love the color of the bottle, and as you can see, I've been using it. So this is like more of a fruity fragrance, you know, than the ones on the list that I'm talking about. Most of the ones on the list are very floral, but this one has more fruits in it. There's peach. In the middle, there's the fantasy note of orchid, and in the base, there is vanilla. Very pretty, very easy to wear, perfect for the springtime. It just makes me feel, although there's not a lot of florals in here, it makes me feel when I wear this, I feel like I am walking through a garden somewhere in the Mediterranean. I don't know, like that's the vibe this fragrance gives me. So like it or lump it, that's what it does for me. So yeah, it gives me about, I want to say 5 hours on the skin. I wear this more so to run errands, just, you know, nothing formal, just a regular day doing nothing much. Easy reach again, and yeah, Flower Balm Ruby Orchid from the house of Viktor and Roth. Okay, next up is this one from the house of Dolce & Gabbana, and this is Dolce Lily. And guess what? It is the passion fruit for me in this fragrance. I love passion fruit. I love to drink the juice. I like the fruit itself, and the smell of it, oh, I love it. It's very nostalgic for me smelling passion fruit because, you know, I'm an island girl. Hello. So, yep, Dolce Lily from Dolce & Gabbana. So there's passion fruit in here. There's also lily and rose. And in the base, there's musk and a little bit of vanilla. So what I do get is a lot of passion fruit. A lot of passion fruit is what I get in this fragrance. And I do smell the, you know, the vanillic dry down. Very pretty, non-offensive, great for, I think this is a great fragrance for church or like a meeting, you know, outside, brunch, anything like that. It's very easy to wear. Unlike its sister, like Dolce Garden, that one's a little harder to wear for me. And I think it might be like that whole coconut vibe because, you know, me and coconut, we don't get along on the skin. But yeah, this one I love. Easy to wear, non-offensive, just pretty, airy, extremely feminine. So if you're not into feminine fragrances, pass on this one. And the bottle is absolutely cute. Is it a performer? Not so much. Gives me about 4 hours on the skin. Moderate projection, moderate sillage. And yeah, I love it. Dolce Lily from the house of Dolce. Next up, we have this one right here. And it's a flanker to another one of my favorites. And this is Signature Absolue from Mont Blanc. Now, you guys know I love the original Signature from Mont Blanc. That is my official interview fragrance. So let's hope I don't have to wear it too much more. But it's a really pretty easy to wear fragrance. This one on the other hand, it's a little bit tougher to wear. It's sweeter. There is a note of frangipani in here. I smell it. I absolutely smell the frangipani after about 20 minutes on my skin, but it's definitely in contrast to Chant for the Nymph. Maybe it's what, you know, maybe because it's blended with so many other things, it's not as off-putting is not the right term, but it won't be as controversial. So this one opens with pear orange. There's a lang-a-lang in here. Like I said, there's frangipani, and the base is almost like the other one where you have some vanilla. Very, very pretty. I think it's great for the springtime. I would prefer to wear this one in the spring and the original in the summer when it's the dead heat of summer. This one might get a little too sweet on the skin, depending on how it works. Yeah, y'all, this is pretty, and people don't talk about this one. I don't know why. Why don't they give you enough love? Great fragrance, y'all. I wear this more so, I wear it to the office every now and then. It's not something that I pull for the office a lot. I've worn this to, you know, to like a lunch date or whatever. And yeah, it gives me more time on the skin than the original. Go figure. I think because this one is just sweeter, a little bit deeper, and gives me about, I want to say 7 hours on the skin. Moderate sillage, moderate projection. It seems like everything I have, I say that, but that's not the case. Sometimes it's minimal, and I do point that out. But yeah, it's a very pretty fragrance. I don't find it offensive, but I wouldn't overspray it. Like if you're gonna be like going to the office, just again, spray like a normal person. When I wear it, I overspray, but again, I'm not normal when it comes to spraying. So yeah, this is Mont Blanc, a Signature Absolute. If you have not smelled it, please try it. See how it goes. I like this one. Definitely comes recommended for the spring. Next up is a fragrance. I don't even know if I've ever mentioned this fragrance on my channel. I probably have, but I don't talk about it enough. And I don't even hear people talking about it. But this one is from the house of Coach. This is from Coach, and this is Wild Rose. Listen. This one is, if you're a rose lover, if you like really pretty floral fragrances, this one is a sleeper. I had to spray on my finger. I have no more real estate. But yeah, it's a pretty fragrance, and nobody talks about it. Like, nobody talks about Coach Wild Rose. Is it groundbreaking? Absolutely not. There's red currant in the opening, rose and jasmine in the middle, and then tonka bean moss in the base. What do I smell? I smell the rose. I smell a little bit of sweetness, and I think it's coming from the tonka. I don't smell anything off-putting at all. This is a great fragrance for the office. I am going to wear this fragrance this upcoming week because I'm slacking. Why don't I wear this? Look, I've had this for at least a year because I think it dropped. I don't know if it's 22. Yeah, it might have been dropped in 22. But look at my dent. No, I need to do better. I am going to wear this fragrance sometime this week. I don't even know how much time it gives me on the skin because I haven't worn it in forever, but I know that it's a very gorgeous floral fragrance and it will not disappoint. So if you're into florals, if you like a pretty rose fragrance, try this one. Yeah, the dry down is just really, really gorgeous. So yep, from the house of Coach, this is Wild Rose. Last, but certainly not least, from the house of Valentino, I have Valentino Donna Born in Roma Green Extravaganza. So I always just want to say this. I mean, I did a dedicated review on the channel about this fragrance. I mean, I like it. You smell the Donna Born and Roma DNA, but the twist is that there is tea, like lapsang tea or something like that in the opening. So that tea note gives it a different flavor, gives it a little different twist. I'm spraying my pinky finger now. And I find this one to be another one that's easy to wear, very appropriate for this time of year. Even as it gets hotter, I'm going to be pulling for this fragrance. I love the green juice. Gives me roughly about 4 to 5 hours on the skin. I have to decant, and if I'm going to work or something, I have to take it with me because it does not really last a full day like its sister and cousin over there. So yeah, I do believe that this is a very appropriate, very pretty fragrance for this time of year. Sillage and projection, I would say minimal. It's not like screaming at you or anything. So if you found like the original Donna Born in Roma too much, the intense absolutely too much, you did not get your hands on Pink PP, you don't like the Coral Fantasy, and the Yellow Dream you find boring, try this one. Try this one. Valentino Donna Born in Roma Green Extravaganza. Okay, y'all, so that brings us to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you enjoyed it. And I really hope you're enjoying your spring weather. Here in Florida, it feels like summer already. I mean, we already know because we have 2 seasons, wet and dry. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed, why y'all wait for? Now's the time. Hit the button, and while you're down there, please make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll know every single time I upload a video. Now, as I always say, we could be anything in this world we want to be with hard work, dedication, and definitely perseverance. But if we're not there, even if we're already there, smell like good people. Smell fabulous at all times. See you in the next one, y'all. Bye-bye.